What's the deal, you guys? It's be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? I had my birthday kickback yesterday. It was amazing, nothing short of amazing. We had our moments because, Rakisha is gone, and we're still like grieving, and that's mentally fresh on our brains right about now. But however, we still managed to have a good time because that's what it's all about. Still trying to have a good time. And while we're celebrating my birthday, we're also going to celebrate Rakisha. Okay. So, with that being said, the weekend is not over because we got more to do today. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some things right about now. We're about to go ahead and get into our story of the day, and that is Miss Evelyn Lozada. Now, as you all already know, Shawnee announced last week that Basketball Wives was ending after 16 years on the air. And there was a lot of mixed reviews about the show going away. While there was some that said that they were going to miss the show, there were also some people that felt like, well, the show should have been over with a long time ago. It's done nothing for Black women but make us look bad and all of those different things. But then there's people like me, perhaps, that actually still enjoyed the show despite the fact that there were a lot of problematic things that were going on. And I kind of prided myself on being one of the Basketball Wives people that would sit there and give you guys the tea and the information about what's going on with the show so you didn't have to watch it on your own. So now one of its key players, Evelyn Lozada, spoke out about Basketball Wives ending on the podcast that she does with her daughter. I think the name of the podcast is Official Drop the Low. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into that right now. And then once she's done, of course, I'll be back. Let's get into it, y'all.
Basketball Wives is a wrap 15 years later.
15 years.
I was in high school.
I will say I got the news yesterday.
Yeah.
So Shawnee made her post. I will say that throughout this journey of filming this show together, 16 years, because we started in 2010, we're in 2026. She has done a really good job of being my best friend, but also wearing that hat as well. Like, she wouldn't share certain things with me because it's show related, right? And I'm a cast member. There's certain things I just shouldn't know. She put out her statement, and I thought it was, well said. And the first thing, I text you and I told you because, it was one of those things where we were kind of waiting to see what was going on. And then I felt sadness. I feel like with most things, not everything, but when something has been such a part of your life for such a long time, the end of an era or the end of something is tough, and I always tell people I didn't sign on to do the show to be famous. I say famous because I don't take myself that serious. I did it because it was work and it was a job, and I had a store at the time, and it was going to help my store, Dulce in Miami, and all these reasons of why I did the show. But then I reflected and I was like, it had to end at some point. Like, it's 16 years. I don't think people realize that. Like, I feel like we've never really gotten our flowers, but we were on 16 years. Like, what else do we want? Do we want to be on for 25 years? We're all getting older. Like, times are changing. Reality TV is changing. How you watch TV is changing. Like, there's so many things happening. So, I'm still kind of, I guess accepting that it's like done. I talked to Brandy because I thought about the cast, and I was like, I don't speak to a lot of the girls. I do have a good relationship with Brandy, Ty and Ming. They just came on this last season. I'll call them. But I was like thinking of the OGs of the show. And she texted me last night, and even this morning, she was like, I can't believe it's done. And I think we're all kind of just accepting that there's no more Basketball Wives.
No, it's an ending. I feel like that also goes in line with the Year of the Snake. It's the ending of an era, like you said, and it's been your identity.
Yeah.
Like the last 15, 16 years.
And that identity, right? So the last couple of years, I felt like the old Evelyn and the new Evelyn were in a battle with each other. Every time I went onto set, as I evolved as a woman, there were certain things that were expected of you. You know, if you hear, oh, that scene was boring, like we need something, or you knew that things were flat, or obviously what sells the show is conflict, arguments, and those type of things. I always felt like I had to deliver because this is my job. You know, I'm not.
And you're so good at it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you're
not
like great at it.
I'm not coming on here to like bake cakes and cookies with you, you know? So it's like, but it was tough because as my life evolved in Miami, I would have certain moments and I didn't have a conscience about it. I would go home. I was drinking a lot. I was drunk half the time with all those crazy scenes. So I would go home. I didn't care. I'm doing the thing. Life is going a mile a minute. But now I'm in a different space. I go home. I'm not drinking. I'm reflecting on what was said. You know, we're dealing and we're talking about tough storylines and conversations of every individual cast member of what they're going through. The juicier and messier it is, the more we're going to talk about it. That's hard. But I would go home and you would see me sometimes when I would have like tough scenes. It was like I was there, but I wasn't there. So, you know, I will say I'm not going to miss that because it started becoming difficult for me to do my job and not care.
Yeah. And I think like you have Leo. And now you have Blaze, you know, and I just feel like, and it's hard, right? Because it's a job. Like you just lost one of your jobs, like one of your main jobs, right? And so, and I think people forget that it is a job, you know, and this is what you do. You just happen to be supremely great at it, you know, like you are a reality TV star in your own right. And I just, you know, it's a different era, it's a different time. And you have Leo, and now you're more conscious of what Leo sees when he's on TikTok. And, you know, I know that if Blaze seen that, you would be even more like, oh my God, you know, like certain things. So it is hard, you know, but I think that it's just following you in your new chapter, your new path.
You know, I got a text today, so I have to read this.
And it's so great that that's not you anymore, because some people, it is still them. Yeah. You know, and it's like, that's not what you're about. That's not what you're just in a different space, and that's life, you know?
It is. It's, I think, so I got a text today. I'm not going to say from who it was, but so when we started Basketball Wives Miami, a lot of the camera guys, the sound guys, like they pretty much grew up with us, you know, and a lot of people that work in this industry are freelance, you know, so they pretty much work project by project. And one thing that you know, just talking to them throughout the years, they always knew Basketball Wives was going to come back on, you know, so that they knew that was a check and a job that they would have every year. I remember one of the showrunners, Kendall, he goes, man, Basketball Wives helped me pay for college, you know, or there's another camera guy. And he's like, man, like this show really helped me support my family. And I think that for me, so this is one of the messages that I received from.
I think Basketball Wives paid for my college.
It did, you know, and that's the thing. Like you said, I think people forget that this is a job. You know, I've been able to accomplish so much because of this platform. So when Shawnee decided one day, living on Star Island, going through a divorce with Shaquille, she always says that she was sitting in this, you know, Star Island. She was sitting in this huge mansion and she was going through a divorce. She had all these kids and she's thinking, what the fuck am I going to do? How am I going to support these kids? And she came up with the idea of the show. And I'm so grateful for that, because it also, even when I bought my first house, I was like, I messaged her and I'm like, bitch, thank you. If I didn't do the show and my life didn't change and I didn't have on fucking paper that I made this money, I wouldn't have been able to purchase my home, you know, and I'm forever grateful for that. So anyway, so I'll read this. This is from one of the camera guys. Saw Shawnee's post. It's official. He goes, it's a sad day. End of an era. And you know, I was there from day one, Miami to LA. You only get a handful of shows like this your whole career. I'm lucky to have been on this journey, and a sincere pleasure to watch all of you grow with us as well on set. We went from 30s to our 50s. She was like, it's crazy. Excited for our new chapter. You know, we always cross paths. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Much love, and please stay in touch. Un abrazo grande. My emotion doesn't come from the show ending. It comes from, I mean, that's emotional too, but how many people depended on the show? There was so many people that like loved working on the show. It wasn't an easy show to work on, but like we were family. I saw people have kids, get married. I'm like, oh my God, I became a grandma.
Yeah.
So it was such a long journey that I'm so grateful for. Like, I'm so grateful for it. I always say it was like a double-edged sword for me, you know, like it truly, truly was, because although it was helping me accomplish all these beautiful things in my life, it was also tough because I was so open with my life. And you know, it was one of those things where, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. Can I get tissue? But anyway, his text, I haven't even responded to his text because you build relationships with these people, you know, like Brandy, the producer, you know, Sean Rankin, Mike Saliga, like all these people, the people at Truly, you know, Ronica, Lauren, like there's so many people that you love and you're excited to see. And you're like, okay, what are we doing this season?
Yeah.
So I'll miss that.
Yeah,
it was
the
like,
camaraderie. I think that's the
yeah,
word.
so I'll miss that. But you know, like I told Shawnee yesterday, I said, girl, we had such a great run.
Great run.
Like, great run. Going into this shit in Miami, we didn't know what this was going to be, girl. Like, I'm thinking, all right, I'm shooting in this apartment. And like, I don't know. I didn't know that we were going to be here so many years later. And it was one of those things where I just took a leap of faith. I didn't even know what reality TV was. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. Who cares? And it really, really changed my life. So I'm so grateful for Shawnee. I know she has other projects and things that she's working on, but I know that this was tough for her. This was really, really tough for her because she knows that a lot of people dependent on this. And that's what she really looks at, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking about like being in high school and filming the show. Like the show filmed my graduation. I think my first boyfriend was on there. And then now it's like I look at you where you are today and I look at you then and I'm like, I know you did it because you were a single mom and you were just trying to figure it out.
I was just trying to figure it out. That's it. You know? So, and I'm grateful that I did. You know, I had to put you through college. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to do this reality show. I got to put it through college. What else am I going to do? You know? So,
girl, you not only did it, you like kicked ass. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I did.
You literally kicked ass. Like it is what you were made to do.
Yeah.
Like if no one tells you, I'm here to tell you. You were made to do that. And you, even at times, if I was like, what the hell are you doing? You know, you followed your path, you did what you needed to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I am proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
You
like
know?
chapter closed, you know, but
and we're on to the next.
And we're on to the next. But man, it is definitely, I haven't responded to anybody on social because it's so many messages of people just showing love. Like, no way.
Yeah. I mean, people wait for you. When's the show coming back on?
When is the show coming back on?
Clips.
You know, I did have somebody say, and I reposted her message, but I knew we were shooting this today. So then I deleted it. So I got to go back. Hopefully it's still there. They were like, I'm going to miss you on Basketball Wives, but I'm happy to see you on Drop the Low. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. You know, so it's good. You know, these are happy tears.
Happy tears. And it's funny because when we started this, we didn't know that this was happening.
No.
You know, like we had like this. We were just throwing, what is it, darts at spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks. Like we had no idea. But like our path brought us here, and it's like now people can see you here, and it's just.
And we were scheduled to shoot today, and the news hit yesterday.
Crazy.
So I was thinking, you know, when I talked to Lisa, who helps produce our show, I was like, we have to add this in the show because it doesn't make sense for me. I didn't want to take to just Instagram to put how I feel about what's happening. And it's just everything feels aligned. I will say, you know, there is a part of me that is like, okay, what next? You know, because this has been such a major part of my life. And even if I wasn't doing the show and I went and did my own show or I went and did a dating show, Basketball Wives was always there. So it always felt like my security blanket. So like, I'm like, they're always going to hire me back. You know, I could keep leaving. I'm going to be able to come back. You know who posted something really nice? Drea. Drea posted, somebody had sent it to me. She was like, job well done, ladies, or something like that. And then she posted something to Shawnee and was like, we need to do a last farewell dinner, which for many years they had always tried to get her back on the show. But, you know, she was doing her mid swim and she was doing other things. She's probably like, shit, I'm not going back on that show because it's not an easy show to film. But it was nice, you know. It's nice when other cast members are like, all right, I may not have liked her or we may have had our differences, but I know what we were doing. We're doing reality TV, which isn't always fun. But anyway, her vibe was positive. So I was grateful for that. And I saw that Shawnee reposted it. But yeah, like, I mean, even for her, she was able to, you know, put her name out there and start her brand and do things, which has been like, it's been good. You know, I mean, they always, she always wanted people to come on here, even if we were having drama, but come on here and talk about your businesses and the stuff that you have going on. And we did have that opportunity. So we're grateful for that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely changed lives. It's changed my life. So yeah, it did indirectly, but yeah, it's everything is a trickle down effect, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's yeah, like I said, I was in high school when you started. So
I know, so crazy, so crazy. I mean, 16 years is wild.
Basketball wide.
Okay, so that was Evelyn, and she was basically speaking her piece about Basketball Wives ending and how she felt about it. And it was a very, very emotional response to the show being canceled. And if you want me to be honest, as much as I don't like Evelyn, because you know I don't, you know I never have like Evelyn, child. Y'all know that. If y'all Basketball Wives fans, true Basketball Wives fans, and y'all been watching my reviews forever, then y'all know exactly where I stand with this lady. But I felt like that response was a real response. And I felt like that response was something that I could honestly see and understand, because you've been at a job for 16 years. That's been your biggest source of income. It was the reason why your name got out there. It's the reason why you're able to go in certain rooms these days. It's the reason why you have a brand. It's the reason why you're able to do podcasts. It's the reason why you're able to do anything. And she even went on to admit that Basketball Wives was her big security blanket. She can go off and do as many other things as she wanted to, and she can quit whenever she felt like it. She could come back whenever she felt like it. They were always going to hire her back. It was always a secure job that she always had. And now she no longer has that. So now she has to find other ways to make money. She got the podcast. I don't know if she still got that her online boutique or not, but I do know that she has a store. I mean, I know she has that podcast and things like that. So now she has to figure out ways to survive and do different things without having Basketball Wives as a big safety blanket. And I know that has to be kind of crazy. You know, it's kind of like, okay, so what am I going to do now? I mean, it's the same thing with like YouTube, for example. You know, I have a 9-to-5 job. I have a book out where I get paid for every copy sold. I do. But YouTube is also a big part of my life. YouTube is a safety cushion for me. YouTube is how I pay all my bills, and I'm still able to do things on the side. So that's why I go so hard on here, because YouTube isn't like a hobby to me anymore. YouTube is a job, and I give my all into my job. I know as of lately I haven't been giving my all, but this year I'm really trying to give my all and do much better and try to get into different things at the time. But it's like, this is a job, and I'm very passionate about what I do here because I love it. It's a brand that I made from scratch. It's what I really, really want and need to do. And it's just one of those things, and I enjoy it and I love it so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just, for me, this is my safety blanket. So if YouTube went away today, I'll still be able to live because I got a job, which is why I still keep my 9-to-5 job all the time. People always say, well, why do you keep your 9-to-5 job? Why won't you just do YouTube full time? As much as I would love to sit here and make a living out of just doing videos and sitting at home doing this all day and not have to clock into anybody's job, I would love to do that. But I also think about the reality of it all. I want my insurance. I want my benefits. I want my 401k. I want my pension. I want all of those different things. So that's why I keep it. But having this second, streaming income is always a great thing. So I definitely understood where Evelyn was coming from when it came down to it. And she says that she evolved. She says that she was a different person when she came back, and she's under the scope of production when they say a scene is boring, we need you to do this, we need you to bring the drama, although she's not in that place. Now I could definitely understand how that can be challenging, when you're in a positive place and you're in a different place and you're moving forward in life, and you got to come to this job and start all this motherfucking shit, and then it's kind of like, I got to start this shit, and then it's gonna be like what it is, it's gonna be like on Monday, I'm thanking God for my blessings, and then on Wednesday, I got to show up to the scene and be like, "Well, fuck you, bitch. No, fuck you, bitch. No, fuck you, bitch. No, fuck all of that shit." So that's the thing that can be a little bit tricky and a little bit difficult when it comes down to the come down to. But it is the end of an era, and it's still so unbelievable that Basketball Wives is gone, but all great things must come to an end. So that's pretty much all that I got for this. So before we go, make sure you guys tune into the Scene ATL. We return next week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys go and pick up my book. It's called That's Why You're Lonely, and it's now available on Amazon and Kindle right about now. So with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catch a face, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact a bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever, ever, ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit. Talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast. Fucking with the best. Get money on the east. Plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north. But we run this out. Bitch, we outside. What you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you?